Hey, you guys, Coach Rick here with another installment of Coach's Corner. Um, it's funny because I said that my commitment was to get one of these out a week, um, and then the classes got a little thin here on Wednesday night Zooms, and if I don't have a class, I tend not to record one of these. Um, Thankfully, Aaron hasn't been knocking on my proverbial door there, right, on Messenger and saying, "Hey, dude, keep them coming." Um, I'm sorry, Aaron and team, uh, but it's just so easy to do this after class. So Wednesday night Zoom, acting for camera. I'm here. Let's get this rocking and rolling. Uh, One of the last few episodes, installments that I did. You know what? First of all, welcome to Coach's Corner. I did say that. Are you giving your gift? That really is the foundation of everything. It's the foundation of everything that I believe. You are a gift. And I'm sure you've heard it. You're unique. There's only one of you. But man, have you ever considered that? That you are that unique. That means you're special. You got a gift that only you bring to this current table we call Earth. If you don't know what your gift is, figure it out. But here's a perhaps a little shortcut to that. It's you. It's your heart. That's the gift. So give it. There's lots of ways to give it. There's no one right or perfect way either. Okay? Don't play that game. No such thing as perfect. No such really no. Okay. Yeah, sure there's such a thing as right and wrong, blah blah blah. I think you can hear where I'm coming from on this. If your focus is to give your gift, you'll do all right. Okay? So, came on tonight, really struggling with what to talk about, and in a way, almost not knowing what I'm talking about. So we just decided to leap. And I do have my timer set this time. Like I said, I'm committed to trying to keep these around 10 minutes. I think that works uh, better for everybody involved, especially when this gets cut into an episode and stuff like that. Not to say that I'm not going to have longer segments sometimes that will be necessary. Um, but I want to give you a little bite with a little nugget that you can walk away with and think, right? Um, we are in a unique industry, that of the arts, that of filmmaking in particular for myself, but that can include all other aspects, right? Even painters, but musicians most certainly, and dancers most certainly. Um, the arts is special, and you'll find a lot of people who do want to give their gift. They do want. Now, are they functioning from the perspective that I like to talk about, which is the greater good of all, which is your performance, your work, your rehearsal, your practice in class can actually affect humanity and the planet? Yeah, probably not. But that's why I'm here. That's why I'm trying to get up on the rooftop and ask you to think, ask you to consider a greater possibility, a greater perspective. Consider that your actions really do carry weight, that, it is that pebble or that rock or that stone or that boulder being dropped into the water. You get to pick which one you are, by the way, pebble or boulder. and it has that ripple effect, right? It just goes out and continues to go out. There's a voiceover track, if you will. One of my students put a little montage video together, and he used me talking to him on a Zoom class when we were back in lockdowns. And I spoke to how what he did tonight, what he did that night, it's almost a year and a half, 2 years ago now, reverberated out into the universe, right? That's the power of love. That's the power of giving your gift. Wow, this is really going somewhere totally different from where I thought. Welcome to the ADHD brain. What you do matters. Who you are matters. How I work, the perspective that I have through experience of having a class for over 6.5 years now of every Monday night. And by the way, if you're one of the few people or the many, I don't know how many people listen to this. Maybe people hear me come on and turn it off or fast forward. Hey, that's cool. But if you're one of the few that actually does, go ahead and look up and see how many people in the Pacific Northwest have done that. Pretty sure the answer is going to be nobody. Nobody's done a consistent class, a weekly class, 4 years, let alone 6.5. Before lockdowns, my class here in Spokane was up to 35 people. Pretty sure that hasn't been seen either. Maybe you'll get a workshop or something like that, but a weekly class. So we're doing something right, huh? Damn fucking straight, we're doing something right. How can I take adults with no experience whatsoever and in a year or less? It seems to be getting quicker. They got their agent and they're booking gigs. I have them camera ready. Now, are they a perfect actor? No. Well, we also know there's no such thing as that, right? An actor is a constant work in progress. An actor, by definition, as far as I'm concerned, is always learning, is always growing. Apply that to artist. As long as you practice your art, there's always more to learn, always more to grow, right? I wish I had a definitive purpose of where I was going with this with you tonight. But you know what, guys? Sometimes we just got to say, fuck it, and jump and leap and riff. The proposition here, who are you going to be? Who are you going to be? What impact are you going to have on the world? If you think that your performance doesn't affect the world, you're playing a very small game. And I know this game, especially with Hollywood and all that bullshit, can seem very daunting. It's deceiving. And it's not the truth and it's not reality. My master acting teacher in graduate school used to say, if you're going to LA, make sure you leave often so you can reconnect with reality, because LA isn't reality. It's a very true statement, having lived there for almost 14 years myself. And since I've left 12 years ago, I don't miss it one bit, and frankly don't want to go back. Yeah, you miss some people, right? You need people to survive there. Anyway, tangent. Whew. Let's get back to the good stuff. You, you being the unique proposition, you being a unique gift to humanity. Man, I just want to be in a movie. I just want a couple of lines. I just want to, yeah, great. That's the start. Why do you want it? What do you want to be remembered for? What do you want people to be able to remember you as an artist for? Is it a single performance? Is it a series of performances? An album? Uh, film? Again, a performance? Or maybe it's an energy. Maybe it's an every time I've seen them, I've always enjoyed them, or almost always. You can't be 100% of the time. You will have moments where you'll be 110%. You'll have moments when you need to step into warrior, and that's when you run through the finish line, right? That's when you like, fuck this, nothing's going to stop me, I'm getting it done. That's warrior mode. That's 110%, right? Then there's life, and there's managing the kids and the dog and the wife and the work, and then trying to be an artist after all of that. Let's face it, it's a reality for us artists, right? Is making all that work. Here I am over 10 minutes now. So I need to wrap this up powerfully and effectively for you. Give your gift. Know that you're special. Know that you are a unique proposition unto the universe. There's nobody out there with your fingerprints. There's nobody out there with your DNA. You are a unique proposition on this planet. You're here for a reason. I honor and respect that reason. What I'm asking for is for you to join the Renaissance. What I'm asking for is for you to join the movement. What movement? Well, I don't know what it's called. Someone will call it. Usually it gets named after by someone much smarter. But I think there is a Renaissance. I think we're going to see a new independent film wave, a new real independent film, not the independent film market that exists that's been taken over by the studio system, right? Hollywood. This is where I would expletive Hollywood, right? Um, they waste so much money on so much crap. We can do better, guys. We can do way better. So much better. Dig deep. Find those stories that you've always wanted to tell. Stop thinking that you need to do the little horror flick or the little suspense thriller or the to prove. No, fuck that. The heart and the soul need you right now. So let's do that. God bless. See you next week.